Hey Pisces, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am doing your August reading for 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do sort of my modified Celtic cross here. Your cards are coming out pretty easily. Taurus, I was getting so impatient. Took forever. Okay, focus. Pisces, August 2020, it's Jen here. August 3rd is a full moon in Aquarius. And August 19th is a new moon in Leo. So we're in Leo till then, and then after that we move into the sign of Virgo. Break up some of the energy. All right, you got an extra 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is a lot going on mentally, and a lot going on mentally, where a lot of it is not necessarily productive. So fear-based thinking, lots of anxiety, lots of stress. Sometimes when we're stressed, we sort of ramp up our being stressed, our anxiety. We feel like we have to match it, or we have to be that way when we're stressed. And this card is kind of saying, I just can't maintain that level of stress and anxiety. It's just, and fear-based thinking. So it's kind of a release of, I can't be here. So whether you have to literally change something in your life so it's less stressful, or it's a habit within your own behavior, and mentally you have to sort of get your brain around the fact that just because something stressful is going on doesn't mean I have to carry it home and stay up all night and worry, eat, sleep, and drink it, or letting go of situations that make you feel that way. And there are some, I've been in some offices over the years that literally are on the same floor as other offices, or different teams, and boy, some are so wonderful and some are so toxic. And this is releasing and saying, I don't need to stay in those toxic situations. What was happening recently? Ooh, the Knight of Wands, the honeymoon period card. Really, it's just when you want to you learn something new and you want to just consume it. So a new person, a new idea or hobby. Like when I first started with tarot cards, and have now for 30 years, just want to eat, sleep, drink. It was very drawn to them. I was like that with horses, whatever your kind of main, I like gardening. I'm really into something you love, but it also can be a relationship when you first meet someone. Oh my God, you just want to consume each other. That sounds bad. Oh, Pisces, sorry about that. But it doesn't always, I picked out the things in my life that have been maintained a real interest over my life, but there are lots of other things that I've been interested in for a while that just didn't stick. So again, you can have a relationship where you're really into it at the beginning, friendships, anything, and it just might not stick. It just, once the honeymoon period's over, just might not stick. What do you want overall? 5 of Cups. You want to be able to move on from probably this situation back here. and and it may have had to do with a relationship, with a breakup, with a situation, a relationship that seemed so just amazing at the beginning, but there was sort of I mean, you're a water sign, so it makes sense that you kind of want to go all in, but maybe there's a lesson there to understand that there is a honeymoon period and that you have to sort of hold back and understand that this is a time of exploration and getting to know each other. And not that you're negative, but yeah, it may not last. You don't have to go all in. You can stop it any time it doesn't seem right. I was gonna make like a gambling metaphor, and I don't even know gambling enough to do it, so I stopped. But the Five of Cups is also just because one thing doesn't work out, it doesn't mean there aren't more opportunities. And this is sort of pining and looking backwards instead of looking forward. I like to think of it as if you've been in a relationship with someone, no matter how great the honeymoon period is, if it doesn't work out, you have the data that it didn't work out. I mean, most things, new relationships, new jobs, you don't really know until you're in it if it's going to work or not. You just truly, it's not something you can really know until you're in there day to day, dealing with the other person and seeing if you're a match. If you, I mean, not a lot, most people are not great matches necessarily. I'm just making that up too, but you know what I'm saying. And so, why still looking back to something didn't fail? And we all play the game, right? But if they would have just done this, if they would have just done that, or if I had tried harder. But the fact is, that's the way it is. So let's look forward. There's still cups that are upright in the traditional card, and there's a lot. Let's move forward and to new opportunities instead of staying stuck, looking back at things that didn't work out. Like how productive is that? And bringing that fear and that sadness and jealousy and worry and control into a new relationship, either people, both people, and sort of sabotaging that because of still looking at how something happened in the past. It's hard. The moon, so that full moon on August 3rd in Aquarius might be a timing for this. So this is what's going on in the present. Right now, this full moon, I mean, you may feel sort of traumatized after this, and you may still be, I mean, this is your card, Pisces energy. I would say the moon always feels like Pisces, although it may be Cancer, but I'm getting your vibe. Sometimes it's hard I mean, she's literally in the water. It's hard when you're really in your emotions that much to see things clearly. And of course, the moon distorts things, and things don't look the way they do at night. They don't look the same as they do in the morning when you can see things really clearly. So maybe just being okay that it's a little bit emotional. You're grieving. This is the process. And it's just temporary because things like that is a process. So what else is, boy, there's new seeds though here. This situation is really planting the new seeds for something really solid and sustainable. But it's something that will, instead of the honeymoon period card of, oh my God, this is going to be it. This is it. A slower process of getting to figure yourself out, waiting until you meet someone that's figured some things out themselves, really laying the groundwork to get to know each other first. What are your values? How do you How do they handle certain situations? What do they think about certain situations? Do they have a philosophy in life? Is it similar to yours? All those things, really laying the groundwork um, from the beginning instead of just jumping in and just assuming everything's going to be great because you guys are attracted to each other. Eight of Pentacles. Again, more grounding energy. And we have the phases of the moon up there. So this is finding things to ground you. So when you are up in your emotions, like the moon card, finding something that when you do it, you're calm, you're mindful, you're in the present, you're not all up in your head worrying about things, or all in your emotions, getting sad about things. And this is just, so this can be anything. For some people, it's exercise, walking, running. For some people, it's gardening. For some people, it's working on old cars or cutting. You can tell I live in a rural area. Cutting firewood. I know lots of guys like to just go out in the woods with their chainsaw and clear dead trees and get firewood, because I can see how grounding that is, right? I mean, it's metaphorically pruning away sort of anxiety and things like that. It could be painting, it could be writing, it could be cleaning. I mean, it could be anything, but whatever you do, I feel this when I clean stalls. When I'm mucking stalls in the barn, it's just, I don't know, it's a very meditative experience. It's I don't know, you're around the animals if they're in there, it's quiet, so again, you can see how much different that energy is compared to this. And this is a great energy, but you don't know if it's sustainable like this. So what are these overall cards? Yeah, just wasn't feeling it. That there was a situation that was toxic, and maybe you had resigned yourself to it, and okay, this is just the way it's going to be, but you just couldn't. You couldn't be in denial anymore. You couldn't take it anymore. It just wasn't healthy. And so you're trying to figure out what will make me happy, and you're turning within for that. Turning within. Yeah. Simplifying things. It's the simple things in life. This is, to me, even though it's a cups card, a grounding card. I mean, it can be nostalgic. It's maybe a caution not to look back at this Five of Cups situation that didn't work out and it's almost remember the bad times. Yeah, when things are going great, people can be great, but it's when things aren't going so well, you see their true nature. So remember what really came out with a situation when things weren't going well, and again, there's your data. It wasn't great, and it was really stressful to me, which is this card back here. So I want the simple things in life. I want to enjoy just weeding my garden, growing my own food, growing my own herbs, having a quiet meditative space. That's what I value. Simplifying things. Think about kids. Think about something you used to do as a kid and seeing maybe you want to bring that back into your life, those lifelong passions. Sometimes we let go of because of kids, but because of maybe you're with someone that doesn't really support it or something like that, and you're like, no, I'm allowed to do the things that bring me joy and peace and that I really value. Why not? Life is too short, right? Three of Cups, this is an emotionally supportive atmosphere. So maybe you start taking classes, or you find a like-minded group, you join a meet up. like-minded people. But when you go through this journey of sort of realizing I need to slow down, I need to simplify things, I need to look within what's really important, I need to get to know other people, I need to ground myself so I don't get too caught up in my emotions. And I need to find things that bring value to my life and feed my soul and simplify things and be around supportive people. Why be around people that make you feel really sad? All right, Pisces, there's your reading for August. I hope it's a wonderful month, and take care.